I had something important in my mind I wanted to share tonight. This is a dream I had, or more like a nightmare, trying to collect my thoughts. Normally I don't have dreams, but this one, for me, it was pretty vivid. It was a little scary because it was about, well, the power was shut off. I was wandering around, I think, in the city or back in town where I used to live with my family, and I was wandering to either a gas station or a dollar store, some kind of grocery store, and I was looking at cans, at the food cans, like price 2 for 7 something. And I don't know, like, depending on where you're located to, like what the prices are like certain places, but I think that, yeah, canned food 2 for 7, that's a lot. And yeah, I seen a lot of lights being cut out, just, I don't know what that means. I got a feeling, maybe a premonition, some kind of sign from God. I don't know if anyone has any similar dreams like this, but this was pretty real to me. I think a lot of people today, they have a lot taken for granted that life is going to continue on like as it always has. But I think since COVID, a lot of people have kind of waken up to reality. The people who haven't taken the juice, the Kool-Aid shots, the jab, whatever you want to call it. I'm afraid to say the V word because up in Canada, when I mentioned about this stuff, researched it, made videos, it got taken off YouTube. It was Bill C-11 or Bill C-10. I don't even know. But the censorship now is becoming more, it's coming stronger up in Canada, for lack of a better word. Yeah, censorship is more intense. So that's probably why I'm not getting ahead. I was into making films, but that was a long time ago. I went to film school, and then YouTube exploded, and now AI, and I just can't keep up. The world keeps on changing. People change. Society is, well, I don't even recognize the world anymore. And I think maybe this is the point that I'm trying to get at. That I don't know what the world is going to look like a couple of years from now. Some people think that, well, yeah, these might be the times. Because every day there's something new happening in the news. I decided, I'm not going to follow politics anymore because nothing in our government gets solved. In fact, liberals are, I don't want to blame the liberals. I think that people are just put in power just to maintain some kind of facade, like, when I tell people, listen, despite what you might see on TV or on YouTube now is getting censored. So what you're seeing, a lot of it is just mindless entertainment. So I tell people, listen, this is important. If you can, get to a church, find fellowship offline. This is very important. Find good people offline you can trust. Because online, I think maybe I lost contact with a few people. Those are the only few people I had in my life. And I was trying to get somewhere in life. But yeah, people, they need to find the truth. God is pouring out his spirit on people. Like, people will have dreams and visions. That's what the Bible said in the coming times, in the end times. I think we're already there. So yeah, this dream I had, it seems like it could very well happen. Like, our leaders, they're they're completely, how should I say this? They're in legion with, yeah, with Lucifer, with Satan. I think that's right. They just don't care. They don't care what happens to people. And up here, people are turning to drugs. They're turning to substance abuse, alcohol. There's crime. There's all kinds of bad stuff. So I keep to myself. I never really found any good people to trust. And since COVID, I think people have kind of been a little bit on the edge. Like on the surface, people are showing hope and optimism, but I think that deep down people, they feel like something is not quite right. You know, society has really gotten very selfish and they're scared, you know. I think a large part of this has to deal with, you know, our leaders controlling things and how they're not working for the people. You know, people are forced to work anyways because if they don't, they'll, you know, go poor, and it's like what they say, elbows up, haha. But many people today are hurting, and I think even the churches are taking a blind eye to this. People, they really got to wake up. They got to wake up and understand the times that we're living in is getting very serious. One day you could wake up, not only like there could be a breakdown in social services like out here where I live, but also the power could go out. And what's going to happen then? I don't know. Maybe people will figure out a way like they did with COVID. I don't know. We're pretty good at adapting, I think, but I don't want to instill fear into people. I just want to caution everyone. Because what a watchman would do or say, tell people to prepare, get the food, and yeah, be good to people. Again, do what you can to help others, because, you know, being selfless, that's the godly thing to do. That's the Christian way. And yeah, I know people today are not living in that faith, but you know, you guys can do whatever you want, but when times get serious, don't expect God to come help you, you know, when you're in trouble. Tell people this. I've been saying it, you know, for years, but I don't have an audience, and people today, they don't really understand or even care. But yeah, I'm pretty sick of this life, this world. Can't even pretend.